about Mexicans and how we want.
What question you got, brother?
Oh, I was asking because you know how you look at Mexican art, you see like Aztecs and Mayans and all that. You see them looking
sorry.
like.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you're fine. You see them looking like the Native Americans. I'm saying the art.
Yeah.
So, like when we look at when we see our ancestors, when we look back then, they look something like almost like.
Yeah, they have
some
darker skin, right?
Yeah,
so Ferdinand and Isabella, you know, you ever heard of them, king of England?
Yes.
Right, during the 1400s, they came over to this land right here. The Spaniards, the conquistadors, stole your ancestors, our ancestors, right? The Taínos, the Mayans, who else? The Aztecs, you know what I'm saying? They stole, gathered them up, put them in slavery, and took them back to Spain, right? So this is why you guys lost your heritage and lost your identity, lost your language, speaking another language now, right? So give me Jeremiah 17:4, right? Because God had a chosen people, which were the people on this sign right here and that sign, right? Whichever one you prefer to look at, which were the Israelites. Give me Lamentation 5 and 1, right? So we're just going to give you a little history to show what happened, right, to our people. All right, so go ahead, bring that up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemy in the land which thou knowest not.
Right, so what happened was, even before then, your people went in captivity under Assyria, right? The Assyrians had you in slavery first, if we're going back further than the 1400s, right? So the Lord said, because what happened was, you ever heard of King David in the Bible? Yeah. And Solomon? Right, so after Solomon's death, he married a whole lot of wives that caused him to turn to idols and serve other gods. So the Lord broke the kingdom up into two kingdoms. This is how you have the southern kingdom, right, which would be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then you have the northern kingdom, because the Most High broke the kingdoms into two after that. That's when Rehoboam had took over one, and Jeroboam had took over one, right? So the northern kingdom went into captivity under the Assyrians, right? That was the first captivity. So give me 2nd Ezra 13. I'm gonna show you how your people got to this land right here, because the northern kingdom, which are the native Indians and the Puerto Ricans and the so-called Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans and the Guatemalans and all of them, they were in this land first. They discovered this land first. They were considered the natives of the land, right? But what happened was, when Christopher Columbus, under Isabella and Ferdinand, came and found this land, what's his name? Ferdinand, right. They came and found this land and conquered the people, right? So we're going to give you some history. That's what I got you on. He can get the second, you get my phone. Give me that Lamentation 5. Right, brother, so what we getting at right here, this is when our people, which is your people, the northern kingdom, was leaving Assyria and finding this part of the earth, right? New land, right? This is when they left from the eastern hemisphere, sailed and found this land right here, right? Bring that up.
What was it,
2nd Ezra chapter 13.
13 from the top.
Before Christopher Columbus.
Chapter 13 from the top.
When they found America.
This is the book, 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 4.
Get out.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners
right here.
out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king,
right,
whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Right, so this is when the northern kingdom, like I say, when after Solomon, the Lord broke the kingdoms up. He casted out the whole northern kingdom. They went into slavery under the Assyrians.
That's right.
Right? Read that line again for the brother.
These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Right, read on.
And he carried them over the waters.
Right.
And so came they unto another land.
Right. So this is when they went into Assyria, and they went into another land. He carried them over the water. Right. Read on.
Verse 41. But they took this counsel amongst themselves.
Right.
That they would leave the multitudes of the heathen.
Right. So now they're planning on leaving the multitude, getting out of slavery. Right.
That's right. This
is when they found America. Right. Read on.
And go forth into a further country where no mankind dwelt. Verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes and their statutes which they never kept in their own land.
Right. So under the Assyrian captivity, they wasn't able to keep their customs. Right. They weren't able to keep God, laws, statutes, and commandments. Our people that was our heritage. That was our tradition, to keep the covenant.
That's right.
So now they ready to escape captivity, sail and find new land. Right.
Right.
Read on.
In their own land, and they into the Euphrates,
Right.
by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood.
Right. So the Most High, the Lord, knew what they were doing, and He held still the floods of the sea, of the ocean. Right. So they wouldn't get overtaken by the flood. That's why I say the Most High held still the floods. Right. Read on.
Till they were passed over.
Right.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
So it took them a year and a half to find new land, right? A new civilization that they can, make home, right? Read on.
And the same region is called AHSH.
Right. So that new land, if you look AHSH up in the Blue Letter Bible or whatever, it's just going to say new land, right? But that's when they discovered Central America and all of this right here.
South America.
See that? South America, they found South America, Central America, even down here in Florida, all of this, right? At this time, it wasn't the whole America. It was like Florida, Texas, all up in here, right? South America, they found all of that land, right? And they built a civilization, right? And before Christopher Columbus came over here, that's what our people was doing. They was living.
That's beautiful, because that's the way they came in today.
Yeah.
When they came down from the migrants came in, they came the same way. They migrated into America the same way they did back in the last days. They walked in.
Right, and then in the 1400s, right, that's when the conquistadors, Christopher Columbus, came and discovered, they say he discovered America, but it was already people there, right? Our people was already here, building civilizations and building new lives, right? Give me that Lamentation 5 and 1.
This,
right? Bring that up.
This, the book of Lamentations, 5 and 1.
Bring it out.
Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach, right? Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Right, you remember that when I read Jeremiah 17 and 4, that the Lord said we would lose our identity, right? Now this is saying our inheritance has been turned to strangers, right? This is what happened when they came and took the land from us. Our inheritance, what we inherit, has been turned to strangers. Now this ain't your land no more, right? Now, when your people come in this land, they ready to kick them out and call them illegal aliens and all of these different things, right? Read on.
Our house, it's like, this is the book of Lamentations 5 and 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Right.
Our house is to aliens.
Our house is to who?
Aliens.
They're calling you aliens now, right? This is what Jeremiah was saying when he was saying our house has been given to aliens, right? Now they done took the land. Now they call us aliens. When you guys come in the land, they call you aliens, right? Read on.
Verse 3. We are orphans and fatherless.
We are orphans, right? That's what all of us are, because we've been in captivity after captivity, right? We've been oppressed and oppressed by the same oppressor, right? He's been doing it to the whole earth, right? But mainly the Israelites, right? Because everybody else can go back to their land. But when we go back to our land, there's some so-called Jewish man It's the president over the land, right? When you look at all these, like if you look at the president of Haiti, right? Haiti is a predominantly dark race country, but when you look at the president, you want to see a Jewish man.
The woman president in Mexico, she looked Mexican, but she's actually Jewish.
She's Jewish, right? That's what they do.
And they deceive the whole people there.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Shame bomb or something like that. That's the last name.
Yeah, that's how they deceive you,
Yeah.
right? So it's the same colonizer, the same common enemy we have, right? He been doing this to our people forever, right? Read on.
Verse 3, we are orphans and fatherless.
We are orphans and fatherless.
Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Right. Whatever we need, they sell it to us. They bring it to us, right? But all of these things happen to us, like, because we are before then, we was the same people. All of these things, and we spoke Hebrew. All of these things happen to us for disobedience, right? For disobeying God. Like a lot of our Hispanic people now, that's why they more into Catholicism. They're more Catholic. Yeah, because that's that's what we was talking about with the Muslim brothers. When they took this book, they took and made different denominations, right, and made us worship men, right, which is in Catholicism, you know, they praise Mary and Saint Peter and Saint Joe and all of these. Supposed to praise the Most High God.
Who's that?
That's Yahweh, AHSH, Yahweh, right? And the Most High God is the Creator. He didn't put us here to serve men, right? He put us here to serve Him. Give me Deuteronomy chapter.
He got different names.
I got a precept about serving men.
Hold on, brother. Deuteronomy, what is that? 39, 30, 33, 39. He has, you know what I'm saying, talking about? When he said, I am, no God is with me. God's name in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew is Yahweh. Just like give me Psalms 83 and 18. Right? See, back then there was no letter J. Right? So they call him Jesus today, but during the time when the Bible was written, the letter J it wasn't invented. It wasn't even out yet. Right? So the Bible, when you read the Bible, it tells you God's name is Jehovah. Right? All right. Sorry. What's up, brother? So it tells you got it. But in the Bible, it tells you God's name is Jehovah, right? So that's what I'm getting at. In the ancient Paleo, this is English, right? So let me give you his name in English first, out the Bible, and then I'm gonna tell you why his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. All right, read that, King.
This book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 18, that men may know that thou whose name alone is Jehovah, art the most high over all the earth.
Read it again. Read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 18, that men may know that thou whose name alone is Jehovah, art the most high over all the earth.
Yeah, you hear that, brother?
Yes, sir.
So God's name in the Holy Bible is written as Jehovah, right? So he didn't tell you to honor and worship men, right? God's son name is Christ. That's who they call Christ, right? But in the like we was going into in the Hebrew, before the letter J was out, it's not Jehovah, it's Yahweh, right? Because in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, you don't have the O sound, that Jehovah, you don't have that. And you don't have that V sound, that Jehovah. That's what you call a transliteration. You know what that is?
No, sir.
Transliteration is when I copy a book in another language, and it may not have the same sounding, but it means the same word. You know what I'm saying? So when
That
you
word
transliteration. Now, when I just get a book and copy it, that's a translation. But with words, it's something called transliteration, because you may not have the same letters and the same sound, but it means the same word. So that Jehovah that you just read in the Bible, in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, it will mean Yahweh. Because in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, you don't have the O sound, or you don't have the V sound. So it's Yahweh. So that's God's name in the Hebrew, right? So when you read the Bible, we just proved it in the Bible, that's his name, right? So read that, bring that out, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else.
You hear that, brother? The Most High say, he is the Lord, and there's none else, right? So why are we in Catholicism? Why are you worshiping Mary? Why are you worshiping Saint Peter, or, you know, and all of the other people that they worship, right? That's us going into idolatry. That's a whole nother religion. You know what I'm saying? And this is why our people are constantly being punished, because that's idol worship. Those are idols. You're not worshiping the Most High God. Read that again.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 5.
Right.
I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me.
You hear that? The Most High say, there's no God beside me. He is the Most High. He is the ultimate God. That's who you pray to, brother. All right? So who do you usually pray to when you pray? Do you pray? Okay. You started to? Well, that's a good thing, brother. All praises to the Most High, man. Brother say you start to pray, man. Get that brother a hand. Yeah. All praises, brother. Did you finish that up?
Yeah. No.
Finish that up and then get your precept.
I am the Lord, and there is none else.
Right?
There is no God beside me. I gird up thee, though thou hast not known me. That they made known from the rising of the sun
Read on.
and from the west, and that there is none beside me.
Here you go.
I am the Lord, and there is none else. Period.
You say I
Oh,
read
yeah.
7. Read verse 7.
I form the light.
Right.
Verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
You hear that, brother? The Lord does everything, right? He allows certain angels to attack, right? He allows angels to bring joy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So God he's the ultimate God,
That's
right?
right.
So we can't be out here falling into idolatry, worshiping men, lighting candles and praying to the Virgin Mary and all of those things. Okay, yes, she was the mother of Jesus. That's beautiful, right? We don't have nothing against her. But all praise, honor, and glory goes to the Most High God, the creator of all things.
That's right.
Right? Bring out your precept, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and 39.
Look it up. That's what I was looking for right there.
That I, even I, am He,
hear
and
that?
there is no God with me.
You hear that? God say he is he, and there is no God with him. Read on.
I kill,
I do what?
I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Nothing. Nobody can deliver you out of the hands of the Most High God.
That's right.
We went through all of that hardship and all of that because we disobeyed God.
That's right.
We went in chains on ships.
That's
right? Just like y'all went in chains on ships to Spain.
That's
right? We were the only people who went through that type of agony. No other nation went in ships on chains, with chains on them, right? We're the only people that did that, and that's in the Bible. That's documented in the Bible, right? Give me that. Deuteronomy 28:68.
Got it. This is the book
Genesis,
of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out. This is slavery in the Bible. Our people going in ships, going with chains on us, right? Now, let me explain something to you real quick so you'll know. All of us, the last time all of these people were together is when they was in Egypt as slaves. That's the last captivity. That's the last captivity that we all was together as one, right? So this passage is going to tell you that when we was in Exodus, we was doing hard labor. We was doing hard bondage, right? So the scripture's not going to tell you that, oh yeah, you're going to go into America on ships. It's going to tell you what captivity that you was in during that time.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to reflect back to that captivity. So you're going to hear it says what it says. Bring it up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. You hear that? So it's saying we're going to go back into Egypt again with ships. Because when you ever heard of Moses? You remember when Moses said, let my people go? And all of the Israelites, they walked out of Egypt.
That's right.
They didn't take a ship. They didn't leave. They walked out. Right? But he's saying now you're going to go back into Egypt again. When you was in Egypt, you was in slavery. So he's saying now, after this, you're going to go back into Egypt again, which is slavery. But this time you're going by ships. Right? All of these other nations, everybody been indentured servants. Everybody has been servants, right, in the earth, all nations. But when we're talking about bondage and chains, taken from your land, stripped of your nationality, forgetting your heritage, don't know who you are, that only happened to one people. And those are the Israelites. And that's what this passage is saying. Finish that up, brother.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way, whereas I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen.
When you get off those ships, you're going to be sold to your enemies, to the Caucasians. Yes, they come from us. They come from us. But you know what I'm saying? God pulled them above us because of our disobedience. Right? So, how could I explain this? Esau.
Why he let them rule, in other words?
Right.
Why he said that it was going to be
He let them rule. Why did he let them rule over us, you said? For disobedience. Because we disobeyed. See, there's a chosen lineage. Right? All nations come out of Abraham. Right? A lot of nations come out of Abraham, right? A lot of nations. But as a bloodline, you got to come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? That bloodline is the Israelites. That's the bloodline the Israelites come out of. Anybody outside of that nation, not just the Caucasian people ruled over us, right? The so-called Chinaman had ruled over us. The so-called Arab man ruled over us, right? The Bible has many accounts of different nations ruling over us, even Africans, right? People think because we have dark complexion skin that we're Africans. We're not Africans. That's another nation. We just have the same color skin tone, but they're a little darker than us. And then we had to migrate into Africa to avoid Roman persecution. Right, I'm trying to give you a synopsis of it all. That's Amos 3:1. Right. Yeah, but that's throwing me off to what I'm talking about.
Okay, bet. I'll get it then.
Yeah, this also, you can drop that. Yeah. So what I was saying, so it's a bloodline. So all of these other nations, not only Caucasians, ruled over us, right? Give me Judges, Shalom. Give me Judges 3 and 12. And what you got?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, from the top. Hear these words that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right.
Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities.
God created everybody. He created all nations. But these people here is his chosen people.
That's right.
Those are the people that he gave his laws, statutes, and commandments to. Those are the people that he said would be the rulers, but they disobeyed. So he let all these other nations, that was our punishment.
That's right.
That was our punishment.
To rule over.
He let all the other nations rule over us. That was the punishment. Give me Joel 3 and 1.
Bring it up.
This, book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 12. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
They did evil again in the sight of the Lord, right? Read on.
And the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab.
Moab is, pick it up. Show them who Moab is. These is the table of nations, right? These are all the nations. See, when you see Israel, you see 12 tribes, right? When you see Moab, this is Moab.
That's right.
That's China.
That's right.
So, in this point, when we did evil, God said he brought the king of Moab. See, this is in the Bible. They ruled over the Israelites as well. Read that again.
And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
Right?
That's right.
And the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab,
Right.
against Israel.
Against us. Right?
That's
Read
right.
on.
Because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord.
Right? Read on.
And he gathered unto him the children of Ammon
Uh-huh.
and Amikia,
Right?
and went and smote Israel,
Right?
and possessed the city of palm trees.
Uh-huh. Read on.
So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab,
18 years. You hear that? See, that is not just Caucasians. All these nations had the Israelites in captivity.
That's
right?
right.
That's Moab. Right? Read that one.
This is the book.
This is the Arabs. Right?
This is
Read
the
on.
book of Joel, chapter 3, from the top. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
See that? Read on.
I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
See, God love us, man. We His chosen people, but we kept being disobedient. Right? Us, our people, all of us, at one point, we loved each other and we was one. Right? But when we was conquered in all these nations, they divided us. Right?
That's right.
Read on.
And pardon my Salakia.
Jump to verse 3.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
You hear this? This is the same thing they did. They cast lots. You know what that means?
Cast lots.
They cast lots for my people. That means they brought your daughter up here and said, hey, look at this young wench here. We got a young wench, a young Hebrew wench here, right? We're going to sell her for some wine, right? Look at her. Hey, open your mouth, squat. You know what I'm saying? They sold her off. 35, 45. Who want to buy her?
That's right.
That's casting lots. You ever, just like you go to a car auction,
Right.
and they selling the car, and they say, who? 35, 45, who? Oh, 45 in the back there. Do I see 45 once or twice? That's casting lots for my people, right? You doing?
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
See that? They sold a girl for wine. You know what I'm saying? This is what they did. This is how low the Lord brought us this low down to the ground, man, because we kept disobeying Him. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Psalms 110.
That's right.
Give me Psalms 107, verse 10. Finish that up.
And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre of Zidon?
Right?
And
So
all,
that-
and all,
Tyre and Zidon, those were Africans, right?
Yeah.
Other African nations. Now I'm going to tell you about the Arabs, right here. And who else?
and all of the coast of Palestine.
All of the coast of Palestine, right? So these are the Africans and the Arabs teaming together
That's right.
to put the Israelites in captivity. You
Just
know?
like it is today.
Just like it is today.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Yep.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return you recompense upon your own head?
That's it on that. So that's us getting cast lots for our people and things like that, right?
That's right.
Read that. Psalms 107, verse 10.
Book of Psalms,
This is what happened to us. Check this out, bro.
107, chapter 107, verse 10. Such as sat in the darkness and in the shadows of death, being bound in affliction and iron.
You hear that? Being bound in affliction and iron, right? This is us being chained up.
That's
You know?
right.
It's going to tell you why.
Because they rebelled against the words of God.
We rebelled against the words of God,
That's right.
like we do now.
That's
God
right.
gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, brother.
That's right.
What's your name, bro?
Daniel.
Daniel, you're supposed to be up here with us, brother, with fringes on.
You
see
bilingual?
these fringes?
See, you can speak to your people better than we can.
Right.
And I try to talk to them in the language, but the language is so different. If I say, look, we the same people, they're like, yeah, we the same people. No, I'm not saying like, you know, we just the same people. I'm saying we have the same bloodline. And that I love you, and you are my neighbor who the Bible's telling me to love.
Right.
And that we supposed to love each other like we had the same mother and father, because we do.
We just different tribes. We the same people, but different tribes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Same bloodline.
Same bloodline, brother.
And come back to keeping God's law. It's a lot to teach, you know, how people have the bad eating habits, you know, how people suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes.
Oh yeah, we got to give you some. Daniel,
We have to.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. I ain't gonna
Go ahead. No.
We got to give you some of these laws so you go, bro.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
a
important.
Yeah, it's very
Right.
important.
What the elder was saying to you.
At the pork and the
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
cut that off.
Yeah.
Bottom feeders, man.
Right, and the catfish, right? I noticed
Yeah,
that.
man. That's
Yeah,
what's
I
been
did
killing
read
our
about
people
that.
for ages.
Kills us.
That's what they fed us in captivity,
Yeah.
right? Because that was the slop. That was the part they really didn't eat. You know what I'm saying? So they would give it to, you know, the slaves.
Right.
Right. And our people, it became tradition. That pork.
Can-
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Soul
saying?
food, is that what you consider now soul food?
Yeah, soul food. Some
Soul
of it.
food,
Some of it,
yeah.
like the pork and the catfish and the shrimps.
And cooking that gumbo
And,
with all that.
That parasite, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Parasites in your body, man. You know, you get 60, you got heart disease.
I think y'all call it carne asada. What is carne asada? Is that pork?
That's beef.
Oh, that's beef. Okay, that's
Chuyo, they call it.
El Pastor, right?
Pastor.
El Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good for y'all.
Yeah, right. I
Yes,
don't, I don't eat
you don't eat all praises.
Since cause my mother, she saw a video. My aunt used to do Herbalife. Saw a video how they slaughtered the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
man.
cut it off, and so we just because she saw how they slaughter the pig, not what
Y'all
it do to
added
you.
life to
Yeah,
y'all.
but they slaughter all of the animals
Right,
the
right,
same
right,
way.
right,
But
right.
only thing about that animal, look over here. That animal is filthy, man.
Yeah, for sure. I
You
just
see
seen
it
the
eating
video.
its own fetus
Yeah,
over there?
I just saw a video, man, of the mom. She was peeing, and the babies, they look a little
Yeah.
puddle of pee, and the baby's in there just
Eating it.
Yeah.
They eat their
All
own.
that, so
They,
then
they
we
will
eat that.
regurgitate what they eat, and then they eat it again.
Yeah.
If you sit a dead body in front of it, it's gonna eat it.
No, we eat all that.
Well, that's how they used to get rid of the evidence back in the day. If you got a lot of
A hog,
pigs,
a pig,
boy, they
eat
throw
all
that body over there with them pigs.
Sure, it's gone.
They gonna eat every ounce of it, right?
So you know about that swine?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's good.
That's-
Okay, that's good.
No, I cut it off, man. Yeah, there's too much diseases in
So what made you? You say you started praying all of a sudden. What made you start to get into praying and
it. Because I was the videos of Malcolm X.
okay?
Yeah. And they led me to like other videos with.
Have you ever followed the Israelites? Like, have you ever seen them on YouTube?
Yeah,
It's a lot of Issachar brothers coming
the
out,
Homo
man.
Park, I
waking
saw
up.
them. They were in purple.
Yeah, that's the IUIC.
IUIC.
Yeah, I
There's
saw
a lot
them.
of brothers waking up and coming out. Our Issachar brothers, our Northern
I was
Kingdom.
in California.
This is the Northern Kingdom. He Northern
A
Kingdom.
Gadite.
He a Gadite though, right here.
Who you would call
Right
an
there.
Indian.
See the Gad down there, Native Indians.
Yes.
Reuben, they Northern Kingdom.
Right.
Seminole Indians. Then you got the Simeon, the Dominicans, Zebulon, Panama, and Colombia. Then you of course Issachar at the bottom on the right. Naphtali, the Hawaiians and Samoans. Then you got Levi, which are the Haitians. They was kicking our Haitian brothers out too,
Yeah.
as they was gathering the Zebulon. No, not Zebulon. Where they at? Right here, Venezuela, Asher, Brazil. When they was gathering up the Venezuelans and kicking them out,
Yeah.
they was kicking out Levi right up under them too. They was kicking out the Haitians too, right? But they didn't mess with them. They didn't mess with the European migrants,
No.
right? It was a lot of migrants came over here from Europe.
And then let them.
They still here,
Yeah.
right? They didn't mess with them. They just messed with the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, which are the Haitians and the Venezuelans, right? Yeah, but a lot of our brothers waking up. But
Yeah.
so now that you started praying and getting into the Lord, now you have to start keeping the Lord's Sabbath day. You ever heard of that?
I heard of it.
Just like you go to church on Sunday, which what man made up, and that's what they worship the sun god. But it's a way that you worship God, right? Give me you can't. Let me show you how the Bible say you know God and how you love God. Give me 1 John 5 and 3. And give me 1 John 2 and 2 and 3. All praises, man. God waking up his people in these last days, brother. He waking up his people in these last days. You know why you waking up? You know why a lot of people waking up to God? Because this place about to be destroyed. Hypothermia, nuclear missiles. You see all of these countries getting ready for war. The Bible say that third woe, that's World War III. That's when them nukes gonna fly. All of this right here is gonna be desolate.
Yep.
America the Bible speaks of America being destroyed.
That's right.
So those prophecies about to take place. This is why a lot of people is waking up in the last days. This is why you see so many people on the streets teaching the Bible.
That's right.
Right? We ain't see that 10 years ago, did we? But now you see a lot of people on the streets teaching the Bible, wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is waking up his prophets in the last days, telling him to warn my people of me, because he about to tear this place up.
That's the book
This is how you know God.
of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments.
If we do what?
If we keep his commandments.
So if somebody walk up to me and say, I know God, right? The first thing I want to do is ask them, okay, you know God, do you keep the Sabbath day? Right? Do you wear fringes?
That's
The
right.
Bible says we should wear fringes at the borders of our garment.
That's right.
Right? You see every brother out here with fringes, right?
That's right.
This is how we show God that we love him, that we know him, right? It
That's
said,
right.
this is how you, read that again.
And hereby we do know that we know him. This is the book of 1 John. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 1.
Read out.
My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father,
You know
Jesus
that?
Christ.
If you sin, right, you have an advocate with God. That's Christ, right? So when you sin, you're supposed to ask Christ to forgive your sin, right? Forgive me, Lord, for whatever the sin was. Adultery. You sleep with somebody's wife, another man's wife. That's adultery. Back in the day, you would get put to death for that. But now that crisis came, you get opportunity to repent. So if you sin for anything, right? Say you ate some pork. Lord, please forgive me for eating pork. I know I wasn't supposed to eat that. Oh, I'm weak. Build my body up, give me strength where I could turn from that. You know what I'm saying? Christ is your advocate, right? So in that last day when you die and you go to the Father, Christ's gonna be right there and say, well, he repented for that. He's like your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You go to court, like Christ right there to say, well, he did repent for that. You know what I'm saying? He did this. He's your advocate.
Right.
Read on.
Jesus Christ, the righteous.
You believe in Christ, right? That's right.
We have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous.
Right?
And he is the propitiation for our sins.
Right?
And not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world.
That's right. Read on.
And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments.
You hear that, brother?
You know how to keep his commandments.
That's how you know God. That's how you show other people that you know God.
That's right.
Right? Can you love God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you show God you love him?
I try to be righteous.
Try to be righteous?
The righteous path, yeah.
That's a good answer. But the Bible, God's word, shows you how to show God that you love him. Did you know that? Bring that up.
This book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God,
This is the love of God. Read.
that we keep his commandments,
You said the same thing that one said. Read on.
and his commandments are not grievous. Grievous.
Right?
For whatsoever is both of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory.
Start at verse 2, my fault.
Like this, the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 2.
Bring it out.
By this, we know that we love the children of God.
Right?
When we love God and keep his commandments, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right. Can we reach out and give God a hug? We can't do that. But God tells you a way how you show your love to him. Right? By keeping his commandments.
That's right.
That's how you show God you love him.
That's right.
It's a
Right?
lot of info.
It's a lot of info, brother. We don't want to overflood you. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
We
Well,
just
I
want to give you
appreciate
enough. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I subscribe to the YouTube, so
All praise. Finish that up, yo.
And here we do know that we know him if we keep his commandment. He that say, I know him, and keepeth not his commandment,
That's what I wanted.
is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
He that say what? Read that line again.
He that say, I know him,
He that say I know God, right? Oh yeah, I do know God. You know, you get people like that all the time. This you, Daniel?
yes, sir.
All right, yeah. People that say I know God, but look what the Bible said.
and keepeth not his
If
commandment,
you saying you know God, but you don't keep His commandments, you don't keep the Sabbath day, you don't wear fringes. You see our sister over there? She got a dress on, a skirt on, right? That's modest apparel. That's how our wives supposed to dress. They are princesses, right? We are kings. We are gods in the earth, fleshly, but we die like men. We're not the ultimate God. We're not the supreme, but Christ called us gods, right? Give me that. Give me John 10:34.
I remember it said
Ye are gods. Yeah.
Son of the Most High.
Time. Read that. Finish that up.
him that say, he know God, and keepeth not his commandment, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Somebody come to you, Daniel, and tell you they know God, and you see that they ain't keeping His commandments. The Bible said they are a liar, man, and the truth is not in them.